The NDAA is back. No, not the NCAA. The NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, an Orwellian Nazi-style bill that President Barack Obama signed into law on New Year's Eve 2011 while everybody was partying, just before the stroke of midnight when the bill would have expired. And everybody thought that he was going to let it expire because it was so Orwellian and so just absolutely evil, so counter to the Bill of Rights. But he signed it into law on New Year's Eve 2011 when everybody was partying, saying that the government can indefinitely detain American citizens without a trial, without charging them. I mean, just literally violating the Fifth Amendment, due process, the Sixth Amendment, the speedy trial, the Seventh Amendment, a trial by a jury. You're supposed to face your accusers. You're supposed to be charged with the crime. No. Now, under the NDAA, the Obama administration granted themselves the power to literally swipe up American citizens, and specifically said in the bill that it's American citizens. So a lawsuit was filed by several various prominent journalists and former government insiders, Daniel Ellsberg, who leaked the Pentagon Papers, and a judge granted a temporary injunction saying that this is just pure evil legislation. You can't do that. But now the lawsuit's been thrown out. So President Barack Obama, the Illuminati king, the Bilderberg, bankster, mouthpiece, the Federal Reserve frontman, money man, has granted himself the authority to literally just black bag anybody who they suspect of being a terrorist. Before this, they would only do that, and it's still wrong, they would only do that with non-citizens in foreign countries. That's how they justified locking everybody up in, Guantanamo Bay. Just without a trial, without any evidence. Just one of their neighbors just says, oh yeah, that person's helping Al-Qaeda, and they, no other evidence whatsoever. Not even checking the credibility of the person who's making a claim. Just goes and throws them in Guantanamo Bay. Just tortures them. Keeps them there. No charges, no evidence, no trial, no nothing. So now they can do that to American citizens on American soil. I mean, the Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments, basically the 10 things that grants the government limitations, that grants us the freedoms that we have against this type of thing. And President Obama literally signed this into law on New Year's Eve when nobody was paying attention. All the 24-hour news stations are just showing, New York City live with the ball drop. Yeah, Obama signed it into law. And Mitt Romney, of course, the Republican frontrunner in the 2012 presidential election, was asked if he supported the NDAA during one of the debates, and of course that just Mormon moron, that absolute scum, said that he agreed with the NDAA. Okay, so what he said there is he hates the Bill of Rights. Even just disgusting, cannibalistic serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer have been given a trial, face their accuser, have due process. I mean, that psycho killed people and kept them in his freezer. But now, in today's society, if you are accused of working with Al-Qaeda, maybe if you're friends with Adam Kokesh, if you're working with the resistance, if you're seen as an enemy of the establishment, you can be detained without due process, without facing your accuser, without even getting a charge, without having a trial, without being given a lawyer. Let's throw the Eighth Amendment out too. No cruel and unusual punishment. No, that's gone. First Amendment's gone. No freedom of the press. They'll kill you. Michael Hastings, the car hacking. No freedom of assembly. You can't assemble. No Second Amendment. I guess the third one we still have, as long as the troops don't spend the night in your house when they're serving you the delayed search warrant. They don't even need to tell you that they went in and searched your house anymore under the Patriot Act. Just go in there and do it. It's called a delayed search warrant. So, Chris Hedges, Daniel Ellsberg, Jennifer Bolin, Noam Chomsky, several others got together and filed a lawsuit saying that this is just pure evil. Of course, this doesn't get any attention in the mainstream press. I mean, this article that I'm reading here is from RT, the Russian propaganda outlet that does some fairly decent reporting on the American empire. Just pure evil. That's who we're dealing with here. Obama, Mitt Romney, they both agreed that this is what they wanted. And whether they're going to do this in a few months, in a few years, another, somewhere down the road, they're trying to establish the precedent that the state is God, that the state has all power, that they can do whatever they want. Just like in ancient times, the ancient pharaohs, the ancient kings, whatever they said was the law. So they're trying to set the precedent so that at some point, in a few months, in a few years, in the future, they will be able to just swipe you up. You're watching my YouTube channel. You're an evil terrorist. You're an evil Tea Party supporting terrorist, I'm sure, according to the government's definition. They want to have the power, and they have it. They just somehow created the language and just granted them a power that is clearly against the Bill of Rights. It couldn't get any more against the Bill of Rights. Did you see these Trayvon Martin people out protesting this? No. Because this isn't on the TV. This isn't on the news. This isn't in the mainstream media. They don't want you to know. I mean, if you've seen any of my Man on the Street Monday videos, you've seen me get people to sign petitions to repeal the Bill of Rights. That was one of the later ones. I mean, I just kept going down the line. Let's repeal the Second Amendment. Let's do door-to-door gun confiscations. Okay, yeah. Just, 15 people signed it in 20 minutes. Less. Let's repeal the First Amendment. Sounds good, yeah. Oh, I go look these up. Mark Dice, Man on the Street, Mark Dice petition. I've done one, repeal the Sixth, repeal the Seventh Amendment. Repeal the Sixth, repeal the Seventh. Just kept going down the line. And then finally I just said, well, let's just repeal the whole Bill of Rights. Yeah. Hey, will you support Obama and repeal the Bill of Rights? Yes, they said. Yes. A dozen people signed it in a few minutes. Just incredible. So, in another generation, it'll just become common sense to the people, to the peons, the zombies, barely even people, that, if you're just accused of causing too much trouble for the establishment, you're just going to get taken away. No trial, no charges, no evidence, you just got to go. They have that power. Pretty scary. Pretty scary. That is the Orwellian nightmare. That is the Illuminati invisible empire. That is their ultimate goal. They just want power. They'll do anything for it. So, pretty scary. I called Mitt Romney's office, by the way, when he supported the NDAA and gave his answering machine a mouthful, and then they just happened to pull the phone number off of his website after I did that. This was last year. But anyway, so that's the news. Pretty scary, pretty creepy. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark Dice. Stay tuned for my Man on the Street Monday videos. For the next foreseeable future, you will be witnessing me dealing with the zombie public and just getting them to sign just more and more crazy petitions. The crazier the idea I come up with, just the seemingly easier it is to get people to sign it. I mean, really. Repeal the First Amendment, repeal the Second. And if you've seen the videos, I keep repeating myself over and over and over again to the same person, like 3 or 4 times while they're signing it. I mean, just ridiculing them to their face, and they just don't even understand. They don't even listen. They can't even comprehend. They don't care about the Bill of Rights. All they care about is watching their little celebrity news and playing their video games on their smartphones. Smartphones are smarter than them.